Hi, second grade. Now that we've finished reading the article, we are now going to answer the questions together. Question 1. Why are plants called producers? Let's look back in the text to see why they are called producers. The title of this paragraph is Plants Are Producers, so I know this is a good place to look. I'm going to skim through and underline some information that seems important. You should now be able to choose if the correct answer is A, B, C, or D. Question 2. Which question is answered by image 2? Let's take a look at image 2. The caption for this image is an example of a land food chain. And I see a hawk connected to the snake. Looks like the snake eats the hawk. And it looks like the snake also eats a mouse. And then I also see the plant and the bug connected. Look back at your options now for this question and choose which one makes sense. Question 3. What is a food chain? Let's take a look to see where we can find this in the text. This article is all about food chains, so I went back to the beginning. And here I see some information that helps me answer the question. Now you can choose the best answer for question 3. Question 4, look at image 1. What does image 1 show? Let's go take a look at image 1. The caption for image 1 is, an American alligator chows down on a blue crab. Chow is another word for eats. Now we can look at our options for image 1. We need to remember the meanings of predator, producer, herbivore, and detritivore. I know that the alligator is eating another animal. So we need to choose the option that uses the word for an animal that eats another animal. And in this case, it's eating a crab. Choose the right answer. Question 5. What is a consumer? Let's go back and look in the text to see where we can find this. I'm looking at the section called Primary Consumers and Predators. Looking back through this section, I see a lot of information explaining what consumers are. Look at the options for question 5 and choose the best answer. Question 6. How are omnivores different from herbivores? Let's see where we can find this in the text. I'm going back to the same section because it also talks about omnivores and herbivores. I'm going to underline some important information. Here it talks about carnivores. Here it talks about omnivores. And here it talks about herbivores. As a reminder, herbivores eat producers, which is plants, so herbivores eat plants. Now let's go back and look at the question. Now that we know about omnivores and herbivores, choose the best answer for question 6. Question 7. Why is a hawk called a top predator? Let's see where we can find information about that in the text. Here, I see a food cycle explained. Imagine a grassland system. A grasshopper might eat grass, a producer. The grasshopper might get eaten by a rat. This is then swallowed by a snake. Finally, a hawk snatches up the snake. The hawk is the top predator. Now look at these answers and decide why a hawk is the top predator. Question 8. Read the steps in a food chain. 1. Producers. 2. Primary consumers. 3. Secondary consumers. 4. Tertiary consumers. 5. Top predators. 6. After learning about all of those other types of plants and animals, we came to learn about detritivores and decomposers. So now choose the best option for question 8. Remember to send work to your teacher.